Yes, pain is the reason that A and me are frenemies. In this song they say, pain, you make me a believer. Huh? With me it's the opposite. The reason that I'm saying that is because if you're a smart guy and cannot buy the religious bull number two, it might get you lose your religion. Because if there is a creator and he created this world, if he created no, if he does not exist, you have nothing to do with him. If he does exist and not only allow this pain to exist, but also created it because he's supposed to create everything, that you don't want anything with his butthole. But what I'm telling you, the problem is that you have no choice. What does it mean? It means that if this reality is generating metrics, you have everything to do with him because he's the source and the architect. So you cannot escape. The Jewish people, they say, let atar panui mimeno. It's in Hebrew. I'm Jewish, by the way, like Jesus, even when I'm looking like a Muslim. Let atar panui mimeno, they say that there is no space, which is not exist, what you call God of the small details. So there is nowhere to escape. You believe, you don't believe, you know the law, you don't know the law, you are connected. So it's really interesting to know what the hell is all about. Even to have a better position with him if he's the one controlling the show. Generally, I don't like him. Because whoever can create so much pleasure and happiness should not have what we have here. Even if there is no hell, there is. I can show you a picture of people that you will understand that if you are not afraid of hell because it does not exist, you should be afraid of hell on earth. Horrifying. But I'm in better position with him because he exposed so much of his wisdom that I'm saying maybe it's not bad, maybe he has a purpose with this. I cannot get it, but it might be that it still is good. Here there is a joke that I'm always telling, so I cannot pretend that I invented it now. That if he's giving me a good thing, and especially if he's solving pain, I'm not thanking him because he created the number to start with. So I'm saying always that I'm gracious enough to tell him we call it even. And even that I'm not supposed to, because in between the pain and the solving there was so much pain. So we are not even, he owes me, but normally or always I'm getting another part of my invention and powers after the pain. I think that someone came to remove me, let's see.
How you doing, man? We gotta go get the bus, okay?
Okay. So I was removed from the, because you can be there maximum an hour. Now I'm on the deuce bus. Where I'm going, you'll see why I'm here. Again, A is not only dealing with the content of the video, but with the scenery, this shirt that I found on the street, and wearing my beard, my teeth, or the lack of the teeth. Every detail is coordinated. And the same is with your life. Again, don't believe me. I'm supposed to prove it to you, but you need to earn it, which is another profit helping. Now I'm treating my ears, by the way. There are so many muscles in the ear, and when you press them and they get relieved, it's making lots of relief to your entire body. Kind of the earlobes version from this dude from Star Trek. And if you are in a bad position, it's very hard to relieve it. So all of this is happening in Vegas. And A has his reasons for all of that. The thing is that he always has his reasons and choices, and I am directed by him. And later I find more and more parts of the reasons for his actions. So this is why I know that he's smart. And I cannot say that he's smarter than me, because that means that I'm comparing myself to him, which is kind of funny, because there is no comparison. It's not the same scale. Which is why I know that all of this is not me, because too smart, too coordinated, and I have a very analytic mind. So I'm always checking those voices in my head. And he always gave me the choice to follow or not, until I came to a position of having no free will. The first guy in human history, in the Chassidut, they said that even the biggest saints of them, they call him Benoni, in the middle. And they say why? Because they still have the will to choose. I don't. This is why he can push me so much and always put my body first on the fence. Because I cannot kill myself in the tough parts. Otherwise you would have not have this video. This is probably why you are alive. And when other people are dead, kill themselves, or not coincidental. But he pushed you hard enough for you not to kill yourself. But still, maybe want to. And as you're stronger, he might send you to darker place to shine. Shine his light on them. Which without the part that is happening here, and without having meaning to all of that, you might kill yourself. Because eventually you say, I'm tired of this game. So you watching this video, when you watch it, where you watch it, what is in the content is connected to your entire events in life. Again, another theory. I'm saying all of that for you to understand that it's not only to discover that the matrix is matrix. Because if the matrix is stupid and boring, there is what the point? And if I was in the Matrix movie, I would have preferred to take the pill that keep me there, because it's better to have a pleasurable life in the Matrix, which is why the guys from Upload, excellent show, uploaded himself there rather than have the boring reality. So believe me, if this place would have been generated by machines, if they were having it a fun place, I would have not have doubted which pill to take. But the thing is that he's revealing me more and more of his intelligence, which is interesting. And another reason that I'm saying all that is because one of the questions that I ask myself is what will happen when I will create everything to work and managed by machine, which is possible even with today's technology. What people will do. So there is a grace period, and as you are more stupid, it will last more, which is watching TV, catching up to the good shows, and which is why on my website I created links to all the worth watching. But eventually it will become boring. Why? Well, this is kind of like those intelligence tests. They show you random numbers, and then you need to discover the connection between them, the equations. So a simple one can be 1, 4, 7, 10, then every idiot can know that it's increment of 3. But then it can be 1, 4, 10. It's a little more complicated because the increments are duplicated themselves. And then it becomes more and more complicated. This is actually the music and TV show and movies that you are consuming. As you evolve more, you see more connections, you see more repetitions, and then it's becoming boring. Because it's the same versions. And when you come to the sci-fi, which is the more evolved stuff, eventually it's not only boring because it's repeating itself, but because a large portion of it is just Bruce Lee fights. And the destiny of entire universe is decided by how well the guys fight with hands or with sword, which is so retarded in the world where there are bombs and poisons and whatever. So even if it's supposed to be defined by, not by intelligence and programming, but by fight, they should fight with weapons that are way more than... But again, they're doing it for the show. And eventually it's boring. And then what? So I'm saying that even if people will work fewer hours a day, eventually they will not know what to do. In the past, this was bothering me very much. I was saying, if I'm cooperating with A, which eventually I understand even how it will happen, everything that I'm instructing you to do will be replaced by machine, and then you will move to the next thing. And then you will work in factories that make the machines. And then there will be a machine that make a machine, like in the Attack of the Clones. So even this you will not need to do. The question is, what then? But now I'm not bothering myself because I experienced so much pain along my way to by my stairway, not to heaven, but to whatever I am. I'm saying if what I'm doing is solving some of the pain, so it's worth doing. But even this is just giving me some comfort, but it's not really total one. Why? Because I'm saying I'm cooperating with the A to solve some of the pain that is here, but I do not really accept it because the butthole could avoid creating it in the first place. So, to help him fix his number 2 is kind of annoying. And I'm even saying I'm willing to give up on the crown and let him find someone else. I'm tired of this game. Why I'm tired? Because I always pay for my creations as it is more glorious and smart. I'm paying with a higher level of pain. And I'm tired of this game. And it doesn't seems to end. And I'm saying that because it's the same with you. If you pay with pain, you don't know that. But this is how you pay to evolve and other things. And the fact you don't know that, it's part of the darkness and you shining on it. And the part that you are now hearing it, it's part of solving the darkness and shine on it. And as it will be with more proof, it will be more light. Until eventually there will be no good and bad, like they say in the Bible. Because whether you are getting the pay by evolving or getting reward, or having the pain of shining in the darkness, it's all good because it's promoted you. So why I'm so sad or suicidal? Because frankly, I'm tired of pain. I'm tired of my life. 25 years already, and with introduction before to my initiation. Yes, I'm the first 7 chakra initiation guy. It's like Abraham. He's called Ivri. Ivri in Hebrew is someone that the Kabbalah say Avar. Avar is pass. He passed the river from the plural gods to monotheism that spread later all over. I'm the Ivri to the 7th chakra. What is the difference? In the 6th chakra, you ask God or whatever for guidance, you ask Him for health, you pray, you ask. You maybe hear His voice, but you are the control of the show. And when you are coming to the highest level, this is when you come to the 7th chakra, which is letting go and let Him run the show. And then you are just listening and following. And I was the first one to go with him one by one, putting my body on the fence for others to cross it more easily, which should give me some comfort for my pain. It used to. But now not that much, because we'll talk about it later. But at least it is in the pain. This is my painkiller. The usefulness of my work, and maybe its wisdom. And the fact that now I'm in less pain because of the treatments that I'm giving myself. Maybe all this will ease your pain.